Alrighty, bit of LMU daily races, and yeah, the reason I'm doing this, by the way, is that it seems like LMU, for me at least, has got a lot more stable. So yeah, I decided, well, okay, look, if it's stable and that's all fixed, then yeah, I can do a bit of streaming, because yeah, there's nothing worse than having people like join a stream and then the game keeps crashing and stuff. So yeah, let me just, whoops, just in setting all this up, I'm forgetting to turn on the wheelbase. So
that's the end of the session, P11.
Yeah, let's just jump back out of the game. We're registered for this gold Le Mans multi-class, but it does seem to be just a grid of hypercars, to be fair. Desktop. Alrighty.
Brake force set to 65 kg. Brake force set to 63 kilograms.
Ready. So we have that, and we have Fanatec open. Right, let's jump back into LMU. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Like I said, I did have game crashes over the past maybe week or so, but done a few changes to the shader cache on the Nvidia driver and stuff like that, and yeah, it seems to have made a difference. Right, let's go. The base is game crash already. Alright, this is not off to a good start. Just back in. Yeah, I had a lot of game crashing over the last 2 weeks or so, and one day in particular I had like 4 crashes within like what must have been, 30 minutes. Right, let's get back into our Le Mans race at least. Fine event, let's go. Right, so the key thing here is, like I said at the start, I haven't streamed any LMU over the last couple of weeks because of the the game crashes were still a thing. But since clearing out the shader cache on my Nvidia GPU, and they released a new driver Tuesday of last week, since updating that and allowing the shaders to recompile and stuff like that, everything seems to be somewhat back to normal. No real game crashes. So let's see if it makes a difference or not. All right, let's start driving then. Yeah, let's go.
Locking disabled.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Car feels pretty good, I have to say, so hopefully do well on this one. Car feels nice and neutral. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be a solid, like consistent at least. I mean, the setup I think allows me to be consistent.
That's the end of the session. E7.
Locking disabled.
Yeah, feels good. Feels pretty good. So let's get back into qualifying. I need to get some fuel data on this as well. Qualifying, alrighty. See what setups I have. Got a HIMO floating around. E-quali, okay, let's go for it. Big force to be about 95%, migration to right. And the only other thing I need to change then is tyres. Oh, they're on medium already. Alright, all good.
Locking disabled.
Alrighty. Seems to be a mix of people on medium and soft tyres, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of how this plays out.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Okay, Gary, we've got 5 minutes to do the business. Let's get some heat into these brakes.
Alright, the qualifying setup is way more twitchy than the race one, which you kind of expect, but it's catching me out a little bit. I think. Let's just hope we actually complete the lap. Or complete the, you know, we got a clean lap in. Love the noise of this car. Yeah, pretty stacked grid as well by the looks of it. There's the list of all of the competitors in this one, so definitely going to be a full grid. Like I say, just a shame there's not more like mixed class. I would have liked to take the LMP2 here, in fact, because I haven't driven an LMP2 here in ages. We've done the Sebring weekly race the weekend just gone. That was good fun in the LMP2. Alright, so try and get the tyres into the correct temperature here. They seem to be thereabouts for medium, so 82 degrees, 84, yeah, that's pretty good.
guy on your right, clear right. To go, 2 minutes. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 41 Celsius.
Alright, let's go for it. Track limits there is always a fine edge. Fuck. Change the brake pedal force.
Brake force set to 65 kilograms.
Maybe I just need
Brake
to.
force set to 63 kilograms. Brake force set to
That's
65
maximum.
kilograms.
Yeah, that lockup is definitely going to cost me a couple of cents, if not more. It's kind of the fun though with Le Mans and given the time limit, like you get one hot lap, so you kind of either, you know, go all out or you be a bit conservative.
That's the end of the session. 7th position.
Oh, that's awful. Holy shit, awful, awful. Oh man.
Brake force set to 63 kilograms.
Yeah, definitely not the best lap. The front is just pushing a little bit now. There's a lot of temperature in that front tyre, in fact. Surface temps. Yeah, not too bad. Try and salvage what I can of this messy lap. Oh man, what a mess. 330.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Well, you know, fourth is not as bad as that should have been, to be fair. And actually, before we go any further, what do we use fuel-wise? 7.8 litres. Alright. Yeah, that could have been way worse. So, what have you got? 35-minute race. 7.9 litres per lap, and each lap is what, 3 minutes 30 seconds or so. Looks like we need about 80 litres of fuel. Yeah, about 80 litres. Right, let's get the car set up on. So we'll go with the Limo Esport race setup for the 499. Okay, let's take a little bit of brake force off because I find the 100% it just locks up too quickly. And then we just need to make some adjustments to the powertrain. So yeah, let's go 82 litres.
Locking disabled.
Why does it put soft tires on, for fuck's sake? Tires. Medium.
Formation lab has started.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, they really need to give like 2-minute like wait time in this game. 1 minute is just not enough for the you know, to get the car sorted between sessions. Like, it really isn't. And I've put a suggestion into Discord as well for them to extend that from 1 minute to 2 minutes because yeah, you just can't. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. It's cut me out a couple of times. Kind of ruins the race as well, but you know, whatever. At least we got to battle through the field now. So frustrating. That being said, though, it's worth starting at the back, I think, and just taking the proper tyre. Alrighty. That's not me, by the way. That's the guy in the Ferrari behind the 488. Yeah, last to first. Let's see. Last to top 5, I'd be happy. I mean, qualified 4th. And that was with a messy lap as well. Like, the qualifying lap was atrocious. I mean, 2 pretty big mistakes. So,
Green, green, green.
Form 1 and 2 and Tetra Rouge always catches a few casualties. So, we're just very spaced out there. There usually should be more bunched up than that. There's still people coming through. Come on, why? Do you know what the problem is here? Two people.
All clear on pit exit. Disengage limiter.
2 people have crashed
Incident in sector 1.
at the chicane, I think.
The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them. We think Heusinkveld has binned it in Dunlop curve. Green flag sector 1.
Alright, let's see where we are then. 18-second gap already. That's annoying, though. I do think we'll close that relatively fast. I mean, yeah, they're only through the first chicane, really. And the leader's at the second chicane, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, so the guy in 14th, Pataro 17.7, that's the target right now. Alright, so we're closing in on everybody pretty quickly, so
Yellow flag. It looks like Daniel has crashed in Porsche curves. Green flag in sector 3. On your right side. Right side's clear.
next up is the LMP2, and then we have P14.
Fiber ahead is pitting. Okay, Gary, as a car exits in the pits, heads up. Nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced. V12.
Fuck, man, come on, let's go.
Far left. Blue left. The guy in front is Tay. Yellow flag sector 2. Green flag sector 2. It looks like Simon has gone off in PlayStation chicane.
Okay, so that's how everything's looking on the map. So I'm 10th. So everyone's on the same straight at least. Okay, so the guy in front is in a Porsche 963, and the guy in front of him is in the, yeah, another Porsche and a couple of Peugeots. So we're gaining at least, that's the good news. Yeah, that pit stop start completely screwed the race, didn't it? But
Yellow flag.
someone's gone off in the Porsche curve.
We think that's...
Oh no, sorry, PlayStation.
In Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, sorry.
Sector 3
Yeah.
is clear. Green flag.
It's behind us. I'm hoping that it's in front, but it isn't.
E10. Multi behind is pitting.
Trying to overdrive it now. Well, we're gaining on the cars ahead, so that's the good news. This cluster up in front seems to be 7th through to 9th. And then just a couple of seconds up the road then is like the top 3. Or the, sorry, from 6th to 3rd. So, keep going the way we are. It's possible to catch all these by the end. Yeah, definitely, I think 25 minutes. It's looking good so far. Like judging by the last lap, I am about anywhere from 6 to 10 seconds quicker per lap than the next 4 cars in front.
Right tyres are cold, your brakes are hot. Yellow flag, sector 3. We think Simon has stacked it. Sector 3 is clear.
Yeah, catching P9, just looking at the last lap from everybody, like, from a pace perspective, like, the time board is saying I'm pretty good, so... Yeah, and these are fighting as well, so that's going to slow them down even more.
Okay, Gary, the next car is Fabulous.
I just need to not make a mistake and undo this good work. Yeah, there's the P8 and P9 up ahead.
Sector 3 is now yellow.
And we have somebody in the wall.
New fastest lap for Simon, 3:28.9. We think that Lucas has gone off in Porsche Curse.
It's one of the Peugeots, I think.
Sector 3 is now clear.
Okay, 8th position now.
Incident sector 3, yellow flag. 8th place.
Alright, this is looking quite good now. Still gaining on what is P6 now, which is Ty. He was the lad in P9 originally. So that's my target, and then after I get past him, then it's chasing P5. Should have a nice slipstream here.
Car on your left side. Left side's clear.
Yeah, fair play to
Come
him.
on, Gary, good stuff. Keep it coming.
Didn't fight you too much, and that's good racing, you know. Like, I mean, you know, if you're if you know you're a little bit off the pace and the position is pretty much gone, it's better to give it up early than to battle into the apex and give it up at the apex. There's way more risk involved.
Guy in front is Tay.
Okay, 3.9. More importantly, I'm gaining on P5 as well, which is what I'm really looking at, given the time that's left. Sorry, 12 seconds.
The leader, Simon, is pitting.
Oh shit. Woohoo! On.
Simon is leading the race.
There's no such thing as a little mishap at the Porsche curves. It's like either you make it through or you die.
P7.
Yeah, that was a little bit sloppy, but
That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. The tyre temps are all fine.
okay, so looking at pace, you can see there that I'm quicker than everybody on the grid when it comes to actual pace over the last couple of laps. So yeah, if this continues, should be looking good by the end.
That's half distance. We think about 22 minutes of fuel remaining.
No, interestingly, the guy directly in front of me, P6, both me and him are quicker than the next 4 cars in front. Basically everything up to P2. So basically P1, P6 and P7 are the 3 quickest cars on track right now.
Alright Gary, that's half distance.
Yeah, the migration, I'll explain that in a second. Let me get through these curves of death first.
Incident in sector 1, yellow flag.
Yeah, so the brake migration, the way it is modelled in LMU, is that if you imagine a bias of 50-50 front and rear, and you have your brake migration set to 2. At 100% brake force, you'll get 52% of the overall brake to the front right. Now, the reason I like that is because at Le Mans with very heavy braking areas, I like to have the brake migrated forward a tiny bit, because the front wheels is ultimately where all the load is in the heavy braking areas. But I don't want it as much in the hard brake areas like this here. I'd rather have like a more split 50-50. Well, not 50-50, but I'd rather have like a bit more taken off the front. But for the really heavy braking areas where all of the car's weight pitches forward, you want more brake force going to the front. Now, too much, of course, and you look for sure. But the front is where the grip is in a braking area, so having the brake migrate forward makes sense. It's counterintuitive, really, because like an ACC and wherever, you know, it used to be a thing where the further back you had the brake bias, the better it would be in terms of stopping distance, which in real world is not really the case, of course, but because brake pressure is an absolute number, you know, there's so many bar or newtons or whatever, so it's kind of like, okay, well, at maximum brake, where do I want it? Do I want it at the front or do I want it at the back? Yeah, Jason, that's a misconception, which I thought originally as well, but according to the developer on Discord, the migration is actually the front migration, or basically how much the brake migrates frontward. That's why, like, when we have, if we look at it like this, we see the brake migration of 2, so the brake is getting migrated to the front. If you see the F on the 2% thing above the tachometer there on the right hand side. So, but yeah, I was like you, I thought the brake migrated to the rear, but yeah, it's not the case. Yeah, same pace as P6 indeed. Catching the guys in front, which is the interesting thing, and I still think we've enough time. I mean, the guys in front were like, what, 14 seconds a few laps ago, and like, we've got 15 minutes to go, and we're down to like 7 seconds, so I think me and P6 are going to catch the top 4, or top 3, it looks like. Stay there, don't move. Don't move, good man. Yeah, there's the rest of the prey just up the road.
E6, okay Gary, that's good consistency, keep it up.
It's definitely a learning curve though, Jason, when it comes to the hypercar, because LMU is the only game, sim, whatever, that accurately does the hypercar hybrid system. It's really cool, actually. It's a lot of fun. Okay, P4, 5 seconds. Personal best is, just looking above, 3:26.6. way off that now, of course. But you see, I think the track conditions as well play a part. I think in what you can do. And I know, well, I heard the Ferrari got ballast and stuff, weight penalties and stuff added onto it. But I know when I was doing the Alpine special event a couple of weeks ago at the the Beyond Bleu thing, I was getting the Alpine into the 327s, and then the Peugeot, I think, low 27s as well. I don't know, Jace. So the brake system, again, I'm not a hypercar engineer or whatever, but I know what they do is the brake system is actually one thing that they really claim they do accurately. So as the brake is applied, the torque on the electrical motor increases, right? And as the car slows down, the brake pad begins to release and more torque goes to the electric motor, but at a slower RPM. It's all witchcraft, to be honest, but in terms of how the hybrid regeneration is modelled, they actually claim that it's done correctly, and then obviously the deployment of it is purely for fuel efficiency, which is what LMU gets right, and other titles not so much.
3:28.9 seconds.
Now, is it done 100%? I don't know, but I do know the lads make those claims, like that the hybrid modelling is one thing that they're particularly proud of, that they say at least that they've done it correctly. So who knows?
Keep your concentration nice and smooth. That lap was at 3:29.4 seconds.
Yeah, that lap would have been now on qualifying fuel and soft tyres, probably ideal conditions as well. I don't think I'm going to get near that time in this particular race, but everyone seems off that pace though, to be fair. Like the top 3 and stuff are doing like 30, 31, 32s. Let's have a look. So there's the lap times.
Tyre temperatures are good.
So if we look at the pace, I'm in the 29s, the guy ahead is in the 29s, everyone else 29, 30, 32. You wonder though how much they're pushing to maintain that pace, because earlier on they were not delivering those lap times. The track is 39.9, so 40 degrees, and 27 then for the air temp. Tires are getting a bit toasty, but yeah, it looks good. 15 minutes of fuel left, so we've overfueled the car. Yeah, I was doing, I don't know, it was last week or the week before at Le Mans, one of them anyway. I think like the track was nearly 47 degrees or something silly, like it was like hot tyres had to be run in the race. Qualifying, you could probably get away with mediums. don't know if it was Le Mans or Spa was one of them, but yeah, it was like really, really hot. Oh shit. Woo! Wow. Need to buy a lottery ticket.
B5. Slower car ahead. This is their class leader.
Thank you.
Car on your left. You're clear on the left.
Yeah, the car's getting a bit twitchy now, just with the tyre temperatures and
Fuel remaining.
obviously just a bit of wear. That's another thing actually the dev said, is that as the tyres get like above their operating window, they start to put degradation into the tyre model. So just another thing to be aware of, that, you know, if you operate at kind of hot temperatures, that the tyre can start to kind of just get a bit skittish like. Yeah, definitely losing a bit of grip on the front. Right, realistically, P4 is definitely on, I think. P3, not too sure.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Yeah, the Porsche curves are very, very tricky. There's no such thing as a small incident there, like it, you know. Well, I mean, that was probably that was probably an example of one, you know, like losing control in the Porsche curves and actually not completely wrecking the car. Like I've never had that. Very lucky. But yeah, it's one of those corner sequences, like where if you get it wrong, it's usually race ending.
Gary, push now, we can catch this guy.
I actually have more straight line than this guy as well, I think. Yeah, go a bit more pace. Just need to hold off a little bit here. I don't want to go too close to him, because if he checks up in the middle of the corner, then it will all unbalance me, like, and I'll end up suffering for it.
Yellow flag, sector 1. Just cut the track.
Yeah.
That's a new fastest lap for Simon. 3:28.8 seconds.
Yeah, we'll get him, I think, down the main straight.
We're running on fumes, mate. Sector 1 is clear. We think Lucas has gone off in Dunlop chicane. Yellow flag. We think Lucas has gone off in the S's.
Yeah, this should be straightforward, I think.
Car on your left. He's still there. Still there. Still there, clear left. Good pass. Now keep pushing. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Yeah, one thing you need to be careful with the front ARB, particularly in high speed, is that what I've noticed in the hypercars, if you think about, so conventional wisdom will tell you that the front ARB, like, increase it to give understeer. But think about what's happening as well, right? So
Green flag sector 1.
let me see where we.
Very little fuel left.
Fuel might be a problem. No, probably not. So yeah, I think when you increase the front ARB and the high speed, the front of the car is being kept more level, more, you know, so the downforce can work better over the front. And what I'm finding is that in high speed, that's actually causing more oversteer. Now, in low speed, it's different, of course, right, because you're allowing the front to kind of lean a lot more. But in the high speed, I'm finding the opposite. Which makes sense, like. No, I think P1 is just coming through the forward curve now. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. There won't be an extra lap. Yeah, so P1 is just finished, so yeah, we're good for fuel.
U4, that's the end of the race. We'll get him next time. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
Alright. Well, that was a good rescue mission from starting from the pits to fourth. Take that. Yeah, so P3 was quick, wasn't he? 28.4, 28.2, or 28.3, let's say, the winner. Yeah, they were pretty quick. Yeah, it was close for the extra lap. I think when you had said it to me, it was like, I think 14 seconds left on the counter, and he was just going through the, he'd just come out of the Porsche curves, basically. So, yeah, it was tight. If we had been racing like complete aliens here, it would have been an extra lap, and then we would have had a problem. Yeah, right. Let's find another race then. Exit event, right? That went quite well, considering, like, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna ping window to regulate from 0 to 100% brake force. You know, it's not that one is. Let's go for this in the WEC. I think this is a fixed race as well. Like, I'm an old kind of ACC player, I guess. Up on, you know, at the start of this year, I would have had like 1800 hours plus in ACC, like multiple leagues, team endurance events, all of that. And in ACC, like, you know, GT3 cars in general, you have the ABS, right? So like over braking, putting too much force on the brake pedal is not really anything to worry about. It's more just coming off it slowly for the modulation. But I find with GTEs and basically anything at LMU, you do need that wider range, I find, to be more precise. At least that's how it feels. Right, this is a fixed setup, so that was... Oh, it's not fixed setup. Alright, let's see what setups I have available then. Got a few HIMOs, I think. Nothing for the 488. Surely I do. Ah, there we go. Spa E-Race. Let's go with that. And let us check the fuel. I think 50-ish litres will be enough for this particular race. I think it's, what, 25 minutes or so. Mine are okay, I think. Yeah, like, I find the brake okay. I mean, the pedal is probably... Like, the pedal will go up as far as, like, my toe, I guess, if I have my foot on the actual plate. But, yeah, you get used to them. How long have you got the sprints? Like, are they just new, or...?
Yellow flag in Sector 1. Okay, Gary. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left. Sector 1 is green.
Yeah, it does take a while. Like, I mean, particularly if you're new to, like, load cells and, you know, sprint pedals or whatever. Like, particularly load cells. Like, when I started out, like, back at the start of COVID, like, that's when I got into sim racing initially. And, you know, I started on a G920, which is like a G29, but for the Xbox. And yeah, like when you change from a potentiometer kind of setup to a load cell, you do have to kind of figure out, okay, like, what do I feel comfortable with? What feels natural from a braking perspective? And my experience has been that initial period is not natural, no matter how much you try, because, like, we all drive road cars, I'm sure, so they have a brake booster, master cylinder and all that stuff, so, you know, if you were to apply the same pressure on a sim racing pedal onto your road car, you know what would happen. So it's one of those things where I think you just set it and forget it. It becomes then muscle memory over time, and then you tweak from there. That's been my experience. And even now, like, I still tweak, you know, but not so much. Like up until last week, I ran the load cells at 55 kilos, but then I kind of backed them off a bit. Or sorry, increased them a bit, because I was getting, like, too much lockup on some of the cars in LMU, and I just needed to increase the pressure to absorb into some of that range. Because some cars, and some cars, by the way, in LMU, like, I find that you have to kind of turn down the brake force in the setup menu. So, like, oh, we have a game crash. Right, let me just send that error report. Sending the data. So let's go back into LMU. We'll still have time to get into the race. No, it doesn't hurt the hip. No, like, but again, I mean, it's you know, there's a lot to consider. I mean, when you're adjusting a load cell, you know, so your seating position relative to where the pedal is, you know, your own physical.
That's the end of the session. 10th position.
Your own physical leg strength, like how you're seated. Is the pedal more in front of you or below you? If it's more below, you're going to find that you'll be pushing over with the ankle. Alrighty. Just check one thing, in fact, because I've noticed now since using OBS for streaming, there has been, like, a couple of crashes of the game, so
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I wonder if it's down to the video settings. Maybe they need to be adjusted going forward. Spa RE4.
Locking disabled.
Yeah, agreed. The brake in an LMU is definitely, the setting that up properly is at a premium for sure. For fuck's sake, man. Yeah, and actually, just to, if I remember correctly, this particular setup, yeah, let me just bring that brake down to about 90 kilos, because
Locking disabled.
yeah, like I don't run any car at 100%. Like, I mean, the hypercar, I'll run at 95 because there's downforce on the car to use on the brakes. But with GT E's, there's no downforce, and I find they lock up quite easily. LMPs to an extent as well, although they have downforce, I just think that they're very light. So my experience has been that they also suffer from lockups as well once the downforce comes off.
Brakes are cold, be careful. Sector 2 is now yellow. Sector 2 is now green. Checker flags out, P1.
Locking disabled.
A lot of Ferraris on the grid in this one. And I done a race here, I think it was last night or the night before, and like the grid was full of Porsche.
That's the end of the session, P1.
So yeah, it seems to be either a feast or a famine when it comes to Porsche or Ferrari at this track. Let's go with the E qualifying setup here. Airtrain laps okay. What do we need? Just wheels and brakes. Take about 10% off the brake. Yeah, 90%.
Locking disabled.
The thing is as well, by taking some power off the brake, like you're still operating within the physical limitation of a tyre. You know, with the hypercar and the LMP car, when you're going fast, you've got downforce, like helping the tyre. Where in a GTE, you don't.
Clear. Don't cross the
So
line.
that's kind of why I
minutes to get a
opt
decent
to
lap in.
back that off a bit.
Your brakes are cold, let's get some heat.
And I usually back it off more than that, by the way. So let's see. Graphics are great on this, I have to say. Real natural looking. Fine with LMU as well. I mean, just what you were saying in terms of like having the brakes set up properly, like it is like that because there's more kind of partial braking areas in LMU around the tracks compared to like my old Honda, which was ACC. It was like kind of 100% brake or very little trailing. But yeah, in LMU it's a lot more nuanced. It's more like you're driving an actual car, to be honest with you, because the tyres are so like, dynamic, front to back, side to side, just more going on like. Yeah, I think they will do pretty well on the GT3s. You know, they have them in R-Factor 2, so they have a good base already there. So I think minor enough tweaks. I mean, minor enough tweaks would be enough, but I do think that they're going to like really put the effort in. Like LMU, you can tell is like
Still with you.
it's like a completely different project for them.
Keep this line. And still there, clear on the right. side's clear. Right side. Right side's clear.
Will be cool having the McLaren 720 and all, and you know, all these GT3s kind of coming into the game. I think will be really, really cool. And you know, they will make it more accessible for a more casual player. Like I'm a casual-ish player, right? But at the same time, like I don't mind kind of a challenge in terms of, you know, having to learn braking areas and trailing and the brake and, you know, basically everything that a real driver would have to do, like in the car. But there's other people that would like struggle maybe. And I think when the GT3s come with the ABS and, you know, they're just a more friendly platform in general, I think it'll make the game like way more accessible to more people, which will be really, really good, I think, you know. This lap doesn't feel too fast.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. There's a car right. Right side's clear.
Yeah, I have to say on the brakes, heavy braking on this with the setup here, it's very much you have to wait till the back of the car kind of begins to settle before turning it in. You're seeing that big snap there in Piff Paff.
That's a new fastest lap for Carroll, 2:17.88. Mind these track limits, please, Gary.
That was track limits, holy shit. What lap did we do anyway?
13th place. Your brake temps are good.
So that lap was a 2:17.8, even though it wasn't validated. So could be on for a top 5 qualifying here. Let's see what.
You've got half your fuel left.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we should be okay for qualifying.
We've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them.
Provided I get a good lap put together and don't have to validate the thing.
That's the end of the session, E16.
Yeah, I think the other thing the GT3s will add to it, like they have less downforce as far as I understand compared to the GTE. So more of a driver's car, arguably, in that sense. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to be a couple of seconds slower per lap, let's say, compared to GTEs, then there'll be a bigger delta between the hypercar and the GT car. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see that actually playing out on track in a race. Straight to the line. What are we looking at? 17.7. Yeah, I'll take that. Take that. Half a second off. Jeez. Stuff the Ferraris, man. So it's crazy. Like the other day, it was like full of Porsche. It's like, I think it's the old thing, like whatever certain people online are racing and everyone just piles into it. I raced the Aston around Kota actually last week or the week before, and that was really good. That was really good. Right, let me just pull up a fuel calculator here. So average lap time is what, let's say 2:19. Actually no, do you know, I'm just going to put, it's a 25-minute race, and saying 40 litres. Let's go 40 litres then. 25 minutes, 12 laps. Yeah, let's go 46. I'd rather have a bit too much than too little. We'll take the qualifying setup. Should be good. It's a short race.
Formation lap has started. Bring up the TC because we are in the race after all. Green flag.
Green, green, green.
Flag.
Left side. You still there? You're in the middle. Clear right. All rounds clear now. Little polish out, mate. Forget about it.
Go on. Oh, don't break in the middle of Eau Rouge, man. Fucking hell.
Guy on your left. Left side's clear.
Jesus Christ.
Sector 1 is yellow. On your left. It looks like Lawrence. Let's go. Still there. Sector 1 is now green. Clear on the left. Far left. Clear on the left.
That blue Ferrari up ahead is all over the place. You can feel he's uncomfortable where he is, like, and something is going to go down. I just get that impression.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is green. Do we think that Mathieu has gone off?
It's so weird going from a hypercar with a lot of downforce to this. Bit of an adjustment needed.
E7. Okay, Gary, the next car is Carol. All right. Be right. Yellow flag, sector 2. Car in front is marked yellow. It looks like Cotoni has binned it. Green flag in sector 2. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that's David has binned it. Green flag sector 3. Just done 217.55. P6. Minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. Yellow flag in sector 1. We think Roberts has binned it. Green flag in sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 2. Okay, Gary, gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. It looks like Dimitri has gone off. Green flag in sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We can see Baptiste has gone off. Sector 2 is clear. Your tyres are cold, watch out. Right side. You are clear on the right.
Passing this guy is going to be difficult. Why February, man? Why? Why can you not race?
Track limits.
It's a harsh track limits, I think.
There's a guy on your left.
Oh shit. Sorry, buddy.
Alright. Right side's clear.
Oh, he's flashing for. I made a mistake. He really, well, felt like he overslowed a lot for that corner. Get him back to position. Everyone's good. No one's dead. sorry to hear that, man. I hope you have a speedy recovery and come back. I mean, when you get back into it, I don't think like you won't lose pace or anything, but your health is the most important thing.
Fastest lap for Nunes, 2:17.54. Minutes left. Okay, Gary, relax, focus, keep it smooth. Out of track limits, keep it between the lines.
How was that a penalty, like or a warning point, whatever? Fucking hell. You actually lose time around the outside there, I think.
Okay, Gary, you're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
All right. You are clear on the right.
Fuck is he doing? He's weaving all over the place.
On your right. Hold your line. Keep your line.
Careful.
Your right.
Your front tyres are cold. We're halfway home.
On your right. He's still with you. Hold your line. He's still there. Still there. Still there. Clear on the right. Car right.
Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Still there. Clear right.
Bollocks. Have ourselves a race. iRacing does not have better FFB than pretty much any other sim out there. And I don't say that as a smart arse comment. So the outer loop, the outer physics loop on iRacing only polls at 60 Hz. So yeah, the FFB out of the game is going to be 60 Hz. I mean, look, you can change the wheelbase settings and stuff to get it to feel kind of normal, but the actual output is not. It's not quick enough. I mean, and I'm an iRacing member, by the way, so I'm not kind of jumping on the bandwagon or anything like that. Considering like they get a subscription off every member every month, you know, one would think they have like an endless supply of cash that they should at least update certain things on the game that are key to the experience. Just my opinion. But yeah, objectively, like, I mean, the FFB is not what it should be.
We think Stefano has binned it.
On your right. Right side's clear.
Let's try the inside. Ah, he's blocked it. Well done. Good driving, man. Good driving. We're at risk from the guy behind now. This is the problem. Everyone just has to be a bit patient.
Focus on the exits. We can go faster here. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I just need to think about wherever I attack this guy, I cannot leave myself vulnerable to the guy behind if it doesn't work out. Oh, understeer, understeer. Fuck. Oh. Interesting comment actually about the iRacing FFB. You know the strange thing, right? I think, used to think, I probably still do think that the RF2 FFB is not all that it's cracked up to be. But LMU I think is probably the best out there. The reason being, like the RF2, I just felt there was way too many effects, details in the signal. Now whether it was canned effect or not, I don't know, but oh, don't move in the braking area, man. Jesus Christ.
Clear on the right. There's a guy on your right. Clear right. On your right. Still there.
This is going to be a mess.
He's still with you. He's still there. He's still there.
Take a void in action.
Right. Be careful.
Now we're going to lose a position probably.
Right side's clear.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Fuck's sake.
That's your fastest lap today. Alright Gary, you've got half your fuel left. We think that Vidal has stepped in. Green flag in Sector 1.
Ah, man. Well, if I make it to the end of the race alive, I'll be happy enough, like given the race that we have here. Oh, moving the braking area, man, you can't do that. Come on, buddy. Jesus Christ. So dangerous. He's a very intelligent racer, this guy in front, I'll give him that. But he is making just one or two little moves that I wasn't as sympathetic, shall we say. There would be a crash. But he's positioned the car quite well.
Sector 2, yellow flag. It looks like Baptiste has crashed. Green flag, Sector 2. Sixth place.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get past this. Well, let's see. Oh, understeer again.
Car on your right side. Right side's clear.
Let's go under.
Left side.
Let's stay on the outside, confuse him.
He's still with you.
Oh,
Side's clear.
fuck.
That last lap was a 220.31. Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds. off
Where's
the pace.
TC when you need it, eh? Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance. We'll set it up again. Very slow here, buddy.
Five minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Car right. Clear right.
He's gone a little bit too defensive now, and he doesn't need to be in certain places. So it's going to compromise him eventually, I think.
High temperatures are good.
But yeah, I think he's reacting well though. Like, I mean, he's seeing me kind of sticking it everywhere, so he's covering off most things early.
On your right. Keep your line. You're on the left, 3 wide. Right side's clear.
There's no need for that, man.
Left side, there's a car.
That was very bad.
Still there. Keep your line. Still there. He's still there. Keep your line. Still there. He's still with you. Clear left.
Pay attention to track limits. Please, Gary.
Car on your left. You're clear on the left.
You've got cold front tyres.
Left side. Left side's clear.
Fucking moving in the braking area. Fucking hell, man.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
What a fucking moron.
We've had quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed. Green flag, sector 2.
Right side. He's still there. He's still there. Clear on the right.
Yeah, that's sad to see.
Car in front of us is Vidal.
Yeah, I mean,
On your left.
the argument is, like, I should have just, you know, allowed it to take him out, but yeah, my natural reaction is to try and avoid no matter what, so
Okay, Gary, the next car is Matthew. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. You'll see minor wear on the fronts. Okay, pit stop requested.
Yeah, sad to see like that. I meant to.
The pit crew is ready.
I'll have to watch that back, but it felt like again like just moving in all different directions in the braking area, like. Like I knew he was going to pull back out, which he did, and then he came back in front. But ah well. Change that tire. Don't need fuel. We need a quick way of deselecting shit like that. 110 seconds of damage. I'll have to have a look at the replay and see exactly what happened there. But yeah, there's a few occasions where just moving in the braking zone, and yeah, no need for. I mean, I know people are new to racing and stuff online, but yeah, maybe you need to let those contacts happen so they learn from it, you know. But again, I'm not usually not about that shit, you know. Yeah, you know, it was a good race. I had a feeling though that it was going to happen. I really did, because he was just driving so. I don't know, just there was some.
P17. There's the checkered flag.
There was some great bits of driving, but then there was some bits of driving that were just like. That's me finished race, is it? Yeah, there was some good bits of driving, and then there was bits of driving that were just like, you know, come on, man, what are you doing? Just.
Clear left.
Okay, so we're finished the race. Yeah, let me just have a look back at the replay there. That's when I was damaged. Yeah, let's just skip forward. Yeah, so check this out, right? So this was one of the braking areas where it felt like he actually turned into me completely, right? So let me just go on board. So he knows I'm to the left. Yeah, he's just not giving the room, like, and like he knows clearly that the track pulls into the. How do I get an outside view of this fucking? So look back. Alright, that's just race and incident, I guess. This is the one that I'm interested in. Yeah, right there. So there was a jink to the left and then back to the right. Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't be doing that, buddy. Not good. He's going left. And then goes back to the right. Yeah. It's just that moving in the braking area, like. I will say though, when my car lost control, it seemed to like not scrub any speed. So lost control at 140, 120 now. Yeah. Oh well, shit happens. That's bad man. So every braking area, and you know, this was kind of being set up for a couple of laps, right? He was defending to the inside and then coming to the outside to take back the line. But the difference is this time I stayed on the inside, and he realised that, and then jinked back to the centre. Right there. Yeah, that's, I mean, there's a steering position there, and this is him steering position back to the left to do what he done every other lap, and then when he realised I wasn't doing it, back to the inside. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh well. Race, yeah, not really how you should race, to be honest. I mean, let's have a look at some of the race again. I mean, there was a few times where I had to take avoiding action, and then there was, I mean, there was one time, of course, it was totally my fault. Just, you know, outbrake myself completely into, you know, off the camel straight. Which is totally on me when I gave back the position straight away. So, but yeah, there was a couple of other incidents where just, yeah, look, no one is look, and the reason I'm kind of talking about this, I'm thinking, like, is there anything I could have done differently? Like, when I see somebody like that, should I be giving them a wider berth because I know that they're either not clean, or not maybe that they're not clean, maybe they just are not aware the way they should be of certain things, you know what I mean? Let's have a look here. Yeah, so I mean, this is probably another example where, you know, like, I've broke later to get an overlap, and yeah, you can see like that I'm being crowded off to the side. Then turns in, which is fine, and I think we just sit behind then for the next corner. So. See if that happens up camel. I think I'm too far back on this occasion. But like I said, there was one occasion where I completely got it wrong, which was here. Yeah, totally my fault. I mean, you know, you could argue, okay, look, you got alongside, but I didn't get alongside cleanly. Didn't get alongside cleanly at all. Interestingly though, he's surely aware of this and doesn't try to take any avoiding action, which is the, you know, the interesting part. I mean, you see a car diving up, like, fucking hell, he turns more. Like, fucking hell. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude, like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? Like, little incidences happen in racing, right? And you can either try to avoid it and make it less messy, or you can just say, screw it, I'm gonna just make it more messy. Yeah. Right, let's continue. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think he's doing it on purpose. Like, I just think he's just not aware of all of what's going on around him. But then into the braking area, but then again into the braking areas and stuff, like, he is aware. So I don't know. Like, if he's not aware, fair enough. But if he's doing it purposely, then that's shameful. I think, you know, just. And that's the thing, like, he didn't have to do some of these moves because, you know, like, where he was placing the car was going to be enough, I think. There's no need for, you know, some of the things that was going on. And you can see here, like, the difference in the braking area, like, feels like slow motion, doesn't it, after watching fast. And this is what I was talking about. He defended to the inside and then would come over from the left. Let me see if I can get an outside view. Yeah, see here. Come straight across. Which is fine. Totally fine. But it's just that time into into the hairpin with the second guessing. And the same again, like a little jink over. Yeah, it's frustrating when you see it on the replay, like. There again, like, I have to back out. I just, either he's just not aware, yeah, and then that was another occasion. Let's just have a look. Let's go on board. Let's skip forward this tiny bit. Yeah, definitely had the pace to get the position all right, but yeah, like, just right in contact. Like, I mean, like, this is an example, right? So I'm braking kind of like I'm on the outside completely, and again, he's just allowing the car to come across, just not being aware. Well, no, he is aware, actually. This is being done purposefully. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, and again, like, just... Let's have another look at this. See if I can get an outside view here. Ah, there we go. Right. Yeah. Yeah, this was another late move, I think. That's okay. Yeah, anyway. Is what it is for a more obvious opportunity. But yeah, I didn't. No, arguably I'll put the car